Okay, guys, we got a game against my boy WWW. I'm not even gonna call out his name. I'm just gonna call him WW. And he's playing a very solid team, like always. But my Suicune can put in a lot of work against this team, because he doesn't have the damage to kill it. But anyway, I'm gonna lead off with Scissor. I don't expect him to lead off with Magnezone, because I do have the Hippowdon who would love to set up the Stealth Rocks. But yeah, I'm gonna U-turn now, because I'm using a defensive Scissor in this game. And if you're running Choice Band Azumarill or Belladrum Azumarill, you should run some speed. So he should be faster than my Scissor. And this way I can find out what kind of set this Azumarill is. Whether it's Choice Bandit or Belladrum, it's still fine in this situation. And if I'm actually faster, wow, I am faster, that kind of tells me that he's running a funky Whirlpool Perish Song set with Zap Zipper. So I'm just gonna go into Gengar as he actually goes for Play Rough, and that is definitely Choice Bandit, holy shit. But yeah, it's still fine, we live, he Play Rough, and he has to switch out because he has to struggle now. So I'm gonna Trick, and nothing on his team appreciates getting tricked. A choice specs, so this Blissey basically useless. What I'm gonna do now though is I'm gonna go into Scissor in case he does run something like Stealth Rocks, as he actually goes for Stealth Rocks. So what I'm doing now is I know he has a Magnezone, but it's really worth removing these Stealth Rocks, because with the Stealth Rocks up, my Gengar cannot switch in. And if his Magnezone is Choice Scarf, then he cannot kill my Scizor in one hit with Hidden Power Fire. But he actually goes into Everluck, and this is really strange to me. Perhaps he predicted the U-turn. I feel like he has to switch out now, because there's really nothing an Everluck can do against the Scizor, because his Ice type attack is resisted. He cannot press Toxic because I'm a Steel type, and Earthquake is not gonna do anything to my Scizor. Even if it's an offensive Scissor, Earthquake from Everluck won't do a lot, and Scissor will actually be able to set up on Everluck. So I think he's gonna switch out, but if anything, I'm just gonna press U-turn, as he actually switches in to Azumarill, and now I get some nice damage off on this Azumarill again. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna bring in the Gengar. This will give me some leftovers recovery. And then I'm gonna pivot into my Suicune, because he will most likely go for the Aqua Jet. Because if he doesn't go for Aqua Jet and I'm attacking, then Azumarill will die. So he should be pressing Aqua Jet right now. Okay, he does go for Aqua Jet, and now this is bring in his Weavile. It's a possibility. The zone is Joy Scarfed, then it won't have the damage anymore to kill my Suicune, because Suicune has special defense if he's, and with a Calm Mind up, it gets a bigger boost. So, and without Joy Specs, Magnezone won't have the damage to kill my Suicune after Calm Mind. So he actually goes into Azumarill. That is fine. I get off a free Calm Mind, and remember guys, I'm still behind a substitute. So I'm just gonna protect here again, get some extra recovery, see what he does. As he actually goes into Magnezone. So perhaps I should have kept scalding, and every time he brought in Blissey, I could have just pressed Calm Mind. Maybe that was the play. Yeah, I'm at +1 special defense at the moment, so let's see if this is Specs or Scarf. He's faster, so this is Scarf Magnezone. Okay. Scarf Magnezone, that means that he won't have the damage. And he's going to Volt Switch into Azumarill. Let's see, do we get the burn? We get a crit though. So maybe after two Scalds, this Azumarill might actually die. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Substitute first in case he does switch into Mag. As he actually stays in, and now I'm just gonna Protect. Get the extra recovery. As he makes a nice switch into Magnezone. That is completely fine. Just remember, Magnezone is Choice Scarfed. I can basically Protect again because he switched. So my Protect failed the other turn, which means I can Protect now. And now I'm actually gonna press Substitute. Because he's Choice Scarfed, so his Volt Switch won't do much to me. Look, it does less than half of my health. Okay, he goes back into Azumarill, that's fine. I'm behind the sub again. And again, I'm just gonna press Protect. As he goes for Play Rough, that's fine. And we can press Scald 2 times and basically knock out this Azumarill. We are still behind a Substitute. And every time we see Blissey, we set up a Calm Mind. He breaks the sub, and now I'm just gonna Scald again in case he does want to switch into Magnezone. And we knock out the Azumarill. And let's see what he does now. If he goes into Magnezone, then we can Protect Substitute again. And if he goes Weavile, we can just press Protect, see what he does, because this Weavile is Choice Banded, most likely. Because we've seen it for the first time, but most Weaviles on stall teams are Choice Banded. So he's locked into Knockoff. I can bring in Hippowdon and set up the Stealth Rocks. Because only the first Knockoff will do a lot of damage, but the second Knockoff won't do anything to me. And I basically set up Rocks from here. And WW in a very rough spot. I don't think he can win anymore. Because I still have my Dragonite too. Who can force this Weavile to switch out with extreme speed. And every time this Weavile switches out, it will take Stealth Rocks damage. And anyway, my Suicune is just gonna win the game. So WW deciding to forfeit this game. And yeah, that's basically it. So you guys see, playing stall teams is very difficult if your opponent is prepared for it. So don't disrespect stall too much. However, I still don't like stall. But yeah, it's not always easy to play stall. It's just easy when your opponent builds a very poor offensive team. Then stall is really easy. But if someone is prepared, it's really difficult. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of stall teams. I would like to see your answers. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And I see you guys next time. Peace out.